Hi, I'm Sherry Sawyer from Living Light Culinary Institute, and today I'm going to share with you a quick tip from Raw Food for Dummies: how to julienne bell peppers. You know, you can slice them, dice them, chop them, julienne them. There's so many wonderful ways that we can use bell peppers, and I'm going to show you two ways today. The first way is best if you want to have the curve of the bell pepper, if you're going to use it for a crudité or a boat. So first we have to remove the stem end, and for that you just want to insert your a smaller knife. This is a small utility knife or a larger paring knife, and I'm just cutting just through the top of the pepper, trying not to cut too much into the curved end. Then I can give it a little twist and pull out the majority of the seed bed. Then I'm going to go through with my fingers and just loosen up some of the rest of that. Give it a little pop. There we go. And now I'm going to cut the pepper in half. And I'll still have some seeds in there that I need to remove, as you can see here. So I'll do that. I don't want any seeds to be in my finished product. So now I can go in and remove the rest of those seeds. And as I said, I'm doing my best not to cut into or disturb this curve, because I want that curve for this particular application. So just removing like that. Okay, now I can start cutting the strips. So we'll just put those aside. And I can do that with either my paring knife or my chef knife. And I'm going to use the curve of the pepper as I'm cutting through these strips, as you can see here. And if I want them to be a little bit wider, this is wide enough for crudité, so if I'm dipping, I can have them strong enough and yet a nice gentle bite. Or I can make them a little bit wider and fill them like this. This would be a perfect bell pepper boat right here, so that I could fill it with some kind of pâté. So I'm going to cut this one more time, and because I want you to see that here's a little bit of the white pith. Even though that does contain some good nutrients, just for the sake of appearance, I'm going to remove it from my crudité pepper. So here we have two different varieties, both using the same method of getting into that pepper. You can see that we have allowed the curve of the pepper here, and if that's what you want. Now, another way of doing this is going to be to cut the top of the pepper off just before it curves, like so, and the bottom of the pepper just before it curves. And of course we don't want to waste any of this. It's perfectly fine to put in a soup or a sauce or a dressing, and it can be blended. Now I'm going to cut the pepper in half, or open it up, actually, not cut it all the way in half, and then just rolling it around like so, I can remove the entire seed bed. Once I do that, then I can very carefully, cutting away from myself, cut the white part of the pepper off, just like that. And then I can cut it into pieces. I'm just going to get rid of the rest of these seeds so they don't contaminate my pepper. And I can either cut with the skin side down or the skin side up, depending on how sharp your knife is. If you have a good sharp knife, then you should be able to cut with the skin side up. And there I have some straight edge julienne strips, and a julienne strip is just as it sounds, a strip. Now, if I can leave them like that, which I'll put some aside here so you can remember what that looked like, or I can turn them sideways and just bringing all the ends together now. I can cross cut, and that would make my dice. So here we have some beautiful, perfectly diced bell peppers. So there you have it, two different ways of cutting bell peppers right from the start, showing one way, remaining or leaving the little rounded edge here, especially if you want to fill a pepper boat, or if you want straight edges of peppers in a julienne strip, you have it there. So here we have it. One of the great tips from Raw Food for Dummies. For more great tips, go to rawfoodchef.com or check out our Facebook page, Raw Food for Dummies. I'm Sherry Soria, helping you make healthy living easy and delicious.